Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Real Talk with Rachel Awtrey. I'm your host, Rachel, and I am so excited you joined me today. We are going to delight in life, and I'm going to help you find joy right where you are. Today's episode is going to be all about our nighttime routine. Last episode, we talked about my morning routine, what it looks like with the boys when Thomas is here and away, and all the things. So much fun. So if you're looking for more structure or more fun and flexibility, or even just like finding a little bit of like ways to delight in your details and your mundane, go back and listen to that episode. It was so much fun. Today, we're going to do the other bookend of the day and talk all about my nighttime routine. Like, what does the evening look like in the Awtrey household? It's a great question, and I'm so excited to unpack it with you today. You will find lots of tips and tricks and practicals and things that make you go, oh yeah, me too. All from a girl just trying to figure out life right alongside you. So let's cut the fluff and have some real talk, shall we? Today, I am really excited, but also intimidated. I have to tell you that, to unveil what our evenings look like. Our evenings are chaos. Like, they are rowdy. They are chaotic. There is like bathwater spilling everywhere. There is a lot happening. And I just want to preface with that like nothing I'm saying, I hope comes across like super romantic and like perfect, because it's definitely not. But I want to say all that with also the caveat that even if your evening is not with bath time and silicone plates for your babies and bibs and high chairs, and yours maybe looks solo in the evening, or yours looks like you and your husband or you and your roommate or whoever you're sharing your home with sitting on a couch together enjoying each other's company. Like, a lot of what I'm talking about is still going to apply to you because it's more about the principle than the actual practical, although I will be sharing lots of practicals with you too. So I wanted to share those like little caveats, little disclaimer asterisks, if you will, before hopping in completely. That one, it's not going to be super romantic. So sorry about that. Number two, I mean, the show's called Real Talk. Let's be honest right here. Number two, it will be applicable to you no matter what your season looks like and what your evenings play out to be. Okay, so I'm so excited we got those out of the way. I don't know. I'm like going off of so many different versions of nighttime routines that we have as well. Kind of like the morning routines episode that I just recorded and we posted last week. So similarly to our morning routines, our evening routine is going to be so dependent on who is inside our home. So this will look different if I'm doing things solo with the boys. This will look different if Thomas is home with the boys. This will look different if I have a friend coming over and helping me with the boys. This will look different if I had a babysitter at home wrapping up our home in the evening. So it's going to look different. And I'm going to try and like touch on all the different versions, if you will. And I am really stoked. Okay. So let's start off with, it's after nap time. We've kind of played through the afternoon. Evening is approaching. People are starting to get hungry. Like, what do the Awtreys do? Well, we like to cook dinner. Here's what dinner typically looks like for us. 1, cook, obviously. 2, we'll do takeout, obviously. Or 3, we'll go out to eat. Those are like our 3 options. We typically have a meal plan that we've like figured out for what our week will look like. But with that, we are so flexible. We pivot, we monitor, we adjust, and we all the things. So some meals that we love are sheet pan meals, where we just chop up some chicken sausage, throw it on, throw like broccoli, zucchini, peppers. We do like orzo or some rice or like something for the side starchy, and then we serve it to everybody. Our boys are really great eaters. Like, that is one thing I'm so grateful for. They love water and they like to eat. And we don't typically make them like a separate meal. They just eat whatever we eat, and we serve it to them in a way that is easy for them to eat it. So there's that, right? When I'm making dinner, if I'm home alone, I'll throw on a show or a movie for the boys, or if they're occupied and playing with toys, I will leave them be and I will make my dinner. Thomas is home. He's typically outside in the front yard or the backyard, like playing with them, keeping them occupied while I make dinner. I typically am the one that makes dinners in our house, and I am so okay with that. Like, Thomas is a great cook, I'm sure, but I say I'm sure, like I don't know if he is or not. It's hilarious. He is incredible on the grill. He is like your quintessential grill guy. He can be in the kitchen. Like, if you give him some good recipes and instructions, like he can take over, and he's so capable. But day to day, I typically do it just because I'm fast and I'm confident and very familiar with our kitchen. So anyways, I'll cook our meals. Thomas will go play with the boys. And then of course, if we have a babysitter, like we throw something really easy together for them, which I want to say this, okay? We love either doing a DoorDash meal and treating our babysitter to food as well, Or if that's not in your budget, I get it. We love the Costco miniature, like individual size pizzas for them. So easy. We do Bonza mac and cheese, which is great because it has tons of protein thrown in there. We love just like quick, easy, fun things that are sometimes foods in our house. So they're foods that we don't eat all the time, but we eat sometimes. And they are typically the foods that our kids love, that I don't want to throw on their plate every night because I'd love for them to get some actual like colorful food too. So we save those sometimes foods for occasions like this, that it seems kind of like a treat. So whenever our babysitter comes over, it's fun because they're like, does that mean we get pizza? I'm like, yes, we get pizza. Granted, we eat pizza on our own without a babysitter too, but like they just know for a fact they're going to get a fun treat when our babysitter comes over. So that's fun. A little heck. Also with dinners, I want to say this. I feel like if you are the main cook in your house and you're the one that's typically responsible for meals, I find it really daunting to try to come up with what we're going to eat. Because I'm like, what do you guys want? And everyone's like, I don't know, whatever. It's great. Rarely ever is someone like requesting something. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But typically people don't really request things in our house. I just cook and they eat and that's great. If you're like me and you get stumped and you kind of get in a rut and you get tired of the same things, may I suggest something that has really worked for us? So we have a note in my phone, like on the Notes app, the free one on all iPhones. And I collaborate with it with my husband. So like there's a feature where you can share the note with whoever you're like sharing your meals with. I added Thomas to the note, and anytime we have an item, like a meal that we love, we'll add it to the note. Anytime I think of something, see it on Pinterest, I'll add it in the link to the note. And we just have a running list of food for dinner options that we love, so that on the weeks that I'm kind of meal planning and I'm like, I don't know what I want to eat tonight, I can go to the list and see what sounds good, or I can send the list to Thomas and say like, you do it. You pick 5 things that you'd want to eat this week. And it's done. It's so easy, way easier than like trying to go grocery shopping last minute and getting all your groceries while you're hungry and everyone's sad, or trying to scroll through Pinterest, seeing what you've saved already. So I'm going to suggest that. It has blessed us tremendously. I really think that it would work for you too. So we cook dinner and then we eat dinner. So we eat dinner. I really love, I will also say this. I mean, because I vowed, I think that's what I was trying to say. I vowed to be honest and not romantic, but I will say, I love eating dinner at our dining room table. I don't know if that was just because that's the way I grew up, or it's just a fun way to get everybody together because they're so rambunctious. So we eat at the dining room table. Now, here's my thing, okay? It's actual chaos. Maddox is sitting in like a grown-up seat now. Oliver's still sort of in like this high chair situation that pulls straight up to the table that we love. It's called the Stoka. I posted about it on my Instagram about a year ago. We love it. It's like a grow as you go kind of thing. And they sit at their table. We have the cutest little placemats for them that my friend Awtrey Meadows made. She's an artist and she's amazing. She's here in Alabama. Really cutie little placemats. We put their meal down. We pray. And here's another fun hack that Emily on our team actually taught me. But we light a candle, and the candle signifies that it's time to sit at the table. And as the candle's burning, you're sitting, period. Now, does that work? Great question. It doesn't always work. No, because we're dealing with a 3-year-old and an 18-month-old that is like kind of throwing food. We're trying to work on table manners. Sit down, eat your food. Oh, you're not hungry? Okay. Can you tell us a story? Like, we're trying to occupy them, but also like shove food down our mouth and not get indigestion all at the same time. And then Remy is like whining or begging for food, which we're working on. Okay. As he's gotten older and as the boys have gotten older, he's gotten a lot more like, opportunistic around the food situation. So anyways, Remy is our dog, for those that are curious about like who the heck is under our table. It's Remy, our dog. And it's just chaos. It really is. Sometimes we'll have music playing on in the background because that helps. I love to cook to jazz, like Ella Fitzgerald, a good old Frank Sinatra, like something fun like that is great just because it kind of mellows everybody out. Or sometimes we'll put on instrumental worship music, like a jazz worship music. That's also super fun. It feels like Hobby Lobby in our house. And for some reason, that just helps everybody. So we sit at the table, we listen to our Hobby Lobby music, we have the candle burning, but none of it's really in order to like set a mood. It's really just to like help the mood that exists be a little bit less of a mood. Eventually everyone's kind of done. Like we pray, we eat, kind of, they graze, we get them down and they go play. We're grateful that we have a little playroom section next to our dining room. So we let them play. Thomas and I finish eating, or I finish eating on my own. And then we head up to bath time. Bath time is next, and we do your typical thing. We wash, we scrub, we play with trucks and things in the bath, and it's fun. We have some fun favorite soaps by Tubby Todd, if anyone's curious. I'm not really like the fancy bath time mom. I don't really have a ton of bath toys. They play with cups and monster trucks and toys from their playroom that can get wet. I don't really have a ton of bath toys for them, and that's okay. Okay. I feel like every time that I go on TikTok or Reels or whatever, there's always like these moms making these incredible environments and atmospheres in bath time. And that is so fun. And I want to be that mom so bad. And in a lot of other areas, I am that mom, but not in bath time. Here's why. My boys are just a little bit rowdy, and they will pull stuff off the walls. Like we've had nice bath toys, they've broken them just because they just play so hard. And I'm grateful that they are playing hard, but I really want bath time, at least for our family, to start kind of like winding down and not like giving them a lot more stimulation. So we do bubbles. Sometimes we throw in glow sticks. That's a fun little hack. We'll do glow sticks if it's really hard to get them in the bath, or we just have had a really hard day. It's a great fun way to end your day. We turn off all the lights and they have glow sticks, and it's a fun little dance party in the bathtub. Then I get them out, brush their teeth, go to their rooms. If I'm home alone, I will throw them both in my bed. I will turn on like Little Bear or Franklin or some kind of like fun slow show, and get them all lotioned up and diaper creamed and Ollie in his diaper and Maddox in his pull-up, and put them in their pajamas and get them ready. If I'm home alone, this is where things get nuts, okay? Trying to put down an 18-month-old, which now it's much easier than it used to be. I just want to like preface this, especially if you're about to be a mom of multiples. I just want you to know, to like foresight, this is the hard part, okay? And no one told me, maybe people told me and I wasn't listening. This is the hard part, is trying to do bedtime with two really small guys on your own. Because inevitably, when I'm trying to put down the baby, Maddox will like want to be a part of it, and he'll like jump in, come in, want to play. And I'm like, stop, I've just got him down, or you have to throw on a show or have him sit quietly in his room and read a book. Like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. And I wish that y'all could be all fly on the wall and like hack into our nursery monitors and just like see, because it is, it's wild. So on a good night, this is what happens. Maddox is in his room, or in my room, and he either watches a show, and that's a fun treat for him. Okay, if we've made it through bath time. Sometimes we lose the show privileges because bath time got a little nuts. If that's the case, then he'll go to his room and he'll read a book, or he'll play with his Tony's box or like some toy quietly. And he's gotten a lot better at that since hitting 3. Praise God. So he'll be occupied while I put Oliver down. Sometimes I'll read a book with both of them. Sometimes it's just with Oliver so I can get some one-on-one time with them. Read a book to Ollie, put Ollie down, come back out to Maddox, snuggle with him for a moment, read a book to Maddox, put him down, do the whole 3-year-old negotiating, getting in your bed thing. It's everybody. I just want to tell you that. Like, you're not doing anything wrong if that's really hard for you. It's everybody. My mom got Maddox this really cool star machine for his birthday party so he can see like the constellations on his ceiling. That's really special. That's typically what he falls asleep to. We turn on the Hatch sound machines. That's amazing too. After the boys are in bed, if I'm home alone, I will go wash off. I will go take a shower because I literally need to wash the day off / I'm sweating at this point. And I will go and shower. I'll do like my lavender soap. It's never really like a full diva shower where like you shave and you do your shampoo and conditioner and like all the things. It's really just like get the schmuck off from the day. So I get all my sweat off, and then I get in my jammies. I just ordered, speaking of pajamas, In My Sundays. Have y'all heard of those? By Mallory Irvin. A lot of my friends who are influencers have them, and like she sends them to them in this super cute package. And so it's piqued my interest / a lot of my friends have them, and everyone raves about them. And anytime we're like doing a sleepover or a girls trip, at least one girl has them. And so she just had a sale the other day and I bought some. So I'll get in some really cozy pajamas that I look forward to, typically like a sweatshirt because I keep my house really cold. And then starts the cleanup. So I go downstairs, and of course, if Thomas is home, he's helping with this. But let's just pretend that I'm home alone because I was last night, and that's like at the top of my mind. Okay. So come downstairs and I clean up. Here's a great way for you to clean up after a crazy day. You go section by section in your house. So first I get all the dishes, and I get all the dishes from dinner, from, little cups being in different rooms, from the boys' drinks throughout the day, or like my teacup or coffee cup from the morning in my bathroom. Like I just get all of our dishes and I put them in the sink. That includes going out to the car and getting my tumbler or my water bottle or whatever. Put them in the sink. Don't do the dishes yet. Just put them in the sink because you're going to find another dish later. Okay? Put them in the sink. And then I start gathering all the toys. Put all the toys, and I don't put them away. I just throw them in our playroom, which again is a luxury that it's like right downstairs next to our dining room kitchen. So throw all the toys in the playroom. Then what do I do next typically? I like fold blankets and floof pillows and like put them back. Anything that's mine downstairs, I take upstairs to my room. Like basically just get everything off the floor. Then I go back and I do the dishes and I load them in the dishwasher and I start a cycle. Then I go to the playroom and I clean up the toys and I put them where they belong, which when I say put them where they belong, I mean they're not very organized. They're just thrown into a basket, out of sight, out of mind. Then I go and wipe down the kitchen table or the dining room table from our chaotic dinner, wipe down the counters, all the things, and then sometimes I vacuum and sometimes I leave that for the next morning. But you get the picture. I clean up, okay? And it feels so nice to clean up at night because you wake up in the morning with clean things, a clean dishwasher, all the things. I don't typically like to run laundry overnight. Here's why. Anytime I put laundry in the washer at nighttime, I forget about it. So I get spoiled laundry the next night when I go to put in another load because I forgot about the first load. So I just do laundry during the day. Okay, it doesn't work at nighttime. During this, I typically have on a podcast, or I'm talking to a friend on speakerphone or in my AirPods, or I have on more music that I'm wanting to listen to. Like this is me time. So I do what I want. Or heck, I go in silence, and that's a luxury too. I light a candle. I turn off pretty much all the lights except for like a few lamps just to help me destimulate. And I will read. I'll put on a show. I'll knock out some work. Again, I do what brings me life in that moment, especially after doing all day long with boys by myself. If Thomas is home, then we'll debrief the day. Sometimes we pour a glass of wine. We really rarely do that. It's more like we get a treat, like some ice cream, or we throw in like one or two cookies from Sweet Loren's Break and Bake cookies. So good, by the way. They're dairy-free, gluten-free, if you're wondering. And sometimes I put on some tea if I want to like really relax. We'll watch a show together. We love Survivor. We love New Girl. We love Shark Tank. We love, okay, this is dumb, but we love it. Impractical Jokers. We love just shows that like we can watch together. Here's something I really want to do, and Thomas knows, but I really want to get better at like playing games at night with each other, like finding card games or board games that's just like two people so we can play more. That's like one of my things. If you've listened to more of these episodes or follow me online, you know, I want to play. Like that's my thing. I want to play more. I think there's so much that happens in like your relationships, whether with friends or romantic, when you play. Especially with a guy, like he doesn't really just want to like sit and talk. He talks when he plays. So playing more games is kind of on like our would love to get better at list. Okay. Most improved list, but we watch a show, and after that, we of course go to sleep. After that, if I'm home alone, then I'll go to sleep. Then I will go upstairs. I'm already in my pajamas. Hopefully I've already like taken off my makeup because I do all of that in my skincare when I'm doing my shower thing. But if I didn't take a shower, I will do that now. Brush my teeth, do my skincare, put in some dry shampoo at night so it's ready to go in the morning. I'll get in bed. I'll either read or go straight to sleep. Typically I'm really tired at this point. My friend Kate Strickler, Naptime Kitchen, she has this really fun hack where she puts a heating pad in her bed, and that's what she uses to like keep her bed warm. So when she gets in, it's really like warm and cozy. That's a fun idea for you. I don't do that, but it could be fun for you. Plug in my phone. If I'm home alone, I keep my phone bedside, of course, just in case of emergency. If I'm not home alone, I like to keep it downstairs in the RO box charging, which the RO box is incredible. My friend Joey Odom, who is co-founder of RO, came on the podcast a few episodes ago, and we talked about navigating the relationship with your phone. And having it out of my room helps me, one, not scroll at night, and two, it helps me not check it first thing in the morning. So that might be something you want to look into, is charging it downstairs. If I'm home alone, like I said, though, I will plug it in next to my bedside. And I will listen to Lectio 365. It's a free app. It's great. It's really cool. Basically, here, I might even play a little bit of it for you right now because this morning's was amazing. So it is an app. It's for free. You can make donations if you wanted to. And it's basically an app where you pray. So let's see if I can play one. You pause, reflect, ask, and yield. And it walks you through a prayer. It walks you through a meditation, and it walks you through some scripture and a little devotional, but it is so fun to listen to at night as you rewind your day and you just rest. Actually, a few nights ago was amazing because it was talking about how rest restores us, but it also restores us. Ooh, that's good.
The day is done. The night has come. Sunday will soon be over.
It's amazing.
And so in the quietness of this moment, I still my soul to spend this time with you.
Can you even? It's amazing. And it's kind of like self-guided. Like you can pause it, take your time if you needed to. I love the music overlay in the background. And it's really fun because it's like an international thing. So you'll have people from different regions with different languages and different accents. It's just really super fun. So anyways, that's what I will fall asleep listening to. It's a great way to just end my day. Typically, I will fall asleep to it. I'll fall asleep before it's even over. I love ending my day that way, and I love starting my day that way. So that's a free little fun tip for you if you're looking for like a new devotional or a guided prayer or like something for you to be able to spend time in the Word first thing and last thing. Like I said, it's rowdy. It's so fun. I love my life. I love my mornings and I love my evenings, as crazy and chaotic as they can be, but it's because I found margins and I have rhythms and structure, which allows me to pivot, which allows me to be flexible, which allows me to insert fun where I want to, which allows me to cancel my plans and do something different or invite a friend over and invite her into my rhythms. It is so much fun. So I will say that life is really hard, but finding rhythms for your morning and your evening that work for you, that work for your family, that serve you well and set you up for peace and joy and hope in the midst of whatever life actually looks like, creates a safe environment in your home that you're really craving. And I think that's why it matters. So I know it seems silly and frivolous to talk about my morning and my evening. And you might think like, wow, that's so vain of her, like sharing her life. But I do it because there's way more, the principles and the practicals. The principle is you need order in your life, and systems and rhythms really help and serve you and bless you in ways that maybe you won't see the fruit for right now, but you'll see the fruit one day. So thanks for listening to mine. I hope this episode blessed you and gave you some fun ideas for ways that you can incorporate just fun little routines in your life. It doesn't have to be your average, like put your face mask on and do the fun luxury self-care things. There is so much more to self-care than just those. And I hope this gave you a little glimpse into the ways I do mine. If you love this episode and it blessed you, I would love if you would leave a 5-star review in whatever listening platform that you're listening on. If you're watching on YouTube, hey, leave a comment. We love to read those. They bring us so much joy. And subscribe to our show so you don't miss the shows and the notifications and all the fun things, because sometimes we drop bonus shows and I would hate for you to miss them just because you only show up on Wednesdays. So, well, I hope you'll have the best week ever and that tonight you maybe start your new routine. Bye. Thanks so much for listening to another episode with us. It would mean the most if you took 30 seconds and left us a 5-star review in whatever platform that you're listening in right now. It's one of the best and free ways that you can love on us. So don't forget that anything we mention in today's episode, from resources, products, and more, can all be found in our show notes at realtalkwithrachel.com. For more updates, behind the scenes, and fun chats, head over to Instagram and follow us at Real Talk Podcast.